Good morning. Coming to you today from my home studio. Coming to you a little raw. Um, I and people I've been communicating with are feeling a little bit raw the last couple of days. Um, and what I love about yoga practice is the why you're feeling that way doesn't matter. You're feeling that way. So, in honor of this weirdness that I'm feeling, I'm doing a softer practice. I typically do kind of a rock'em sock'em and have the last 2 days visited with my Ashtanga teacher to check in. And today is different. Today I'm feeling that squishy, soft creature under the firm structures. The needy, unsure, sometimes emotional, weird sleeping patterns, new world that is presenting itself. So um, we often live our lives so in the space of what we visualize is going to happen, planning, building empires, um, making lists. Or we roil in the memories of what has already passed. I like this expression, the past is gone forever and the future never comes. Right? Or when it does, it's disguised as the present moment. So we have to, Aldous Huxley says, for the very, or is it Alan Watts? I think it's Alan Watts. For the very preservation, I have to put on an English accent because I'm originally an actress and a mimic, but there's a quote that just a soundbite in my head from him which says, for the very preservation of intellectual life on earth, ladies and gentlemen, one must practice unthinking at least once a day. And back to the issue of why. Western psychology, Descartes, Freud, this whole tradition is so consumed with why, how, your mother screwed you up, your dreams need to be picked apart and analyzed, um, and I love that I found this practice because you can get stuck there and you can use this idea of conventional therapy as a way to stay in a pattern that if we had the way to get out of, we would, wouldn't we? So much of yoga is physical patterns, energetic patterns, and not just talking McTalk a lot. So talk is cheap. Let's begin. Let's honor that squishy, vulnerable, needy part of us, and at the same time, let's not overindulge it. So, what we're going to do today is a brief sequence, and it's very flowy, very soft. It's approachable for all levels of student. Follow along, or just make shit up, and don't take yourself so seriously, and don't deny that we're feeling how we're feeling. Some days better than others. I know, again, that for me and some friends out there, the last couple of days have been harder. So this is for you, dedicated to you. It's for everyone. Someone put up on Instagram, can everyone do yoga? And you were encouraged to answer. And I said, like all broad kind of shallow questions, and I don't mean to be insulting to the person who asked the question, but it is kind of a shallow question. Is yoga for everyone? And the answer is yes and no. um, Anyone might be able to be aware of the breath. Not everyone will be able to do a yoga pose. Not everyone can stand up. But by the same token, yoga is more than just a triangle pose. 4,000-year-old tradition which teaches us to know thyself. And for me, the real message is that we need to stay in the present moment. And what we do, very direct, very easy thing, is to follow the breath, because the breath is only happening right here in the present moment. The breath, we can't be like thinking about the breath. We also use the breath as a way to bridge the conscious and the subconscious, right? We're usually breathing on a quote-unquote subconscious level. We're not aware of it. We don't think all day long, well, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. But when we shift gears and we ask ourselves to be aware of that, the nuances of what's the sensation of the breath. Even just now, I took this deep breath, and it's like it feels soothing, it feels relaxing. I feel that I'm confident in delivering this message to you. And also just exhaling, right, makes us feel more relaxed. It reduces our stress hormones and things. So let's talk less and do some yoga. So most of my classes, I start with just a simple cross-legged position. And I know, like, my hips are open now. It's been 20 years of practice. It looks quite like ooh, but believe me, when I first started, I was like super tight. So you can sit just, as the kids call it, in a simple crisscross applesauce. Don't, make a big drama about if you're not flexible. People always say, I'm not flexible, I can't do that. And my response to that is, well, bullshit. I wasn't always flexible, truly. And if you can follow your breath for 5 breaths at a time or more, you can do yoga. So here we go. I'm going to take a side bend up and over, and then the other way. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale. We'll come down, face down, one knee to the front, one leg to the back. And if your hips are stiff, if you're in the beginning stages of opening your hips, you can use, I have a bolster here, looks like this. That's almost too high up for me, so I was going to use that, but in the moment I'm going to ditch it and grab just my couch pillow, and I'll demonstrate on the right leg so it's more visible. And I'm just going to make this pillow, my friend. Bring the hip up over it. And then you got to find a sweet spot. So often I wiggle around the center of the heaviest part of the pose. So for ideally what we want, the heaviest part of the pose to be the hips and that front knee. I'm going to just come down any amount. If you can't come down far, that's okay. Just take a couple breaths. Keeping your eyes steady is helpful. I'm just looking at a spot here on the mat between my thumbs. But it helps the nervous energy of the mind to still the eyes when you hold a pose. And then I'm going to switch sides. Step back to downward dog. And I'm wearing my sockies because I just want to, cozy. I'm inside, my floor is cool, so socks on today. You can close your eyes. I just closed my eyes for a second. And if a posture feels intense, if there's an intense sensation, then closing the eyes is sometimes nice just to relax. If your eyes do open and you're still holding a pose, you can keep the gaze steady again, find a spot. Don't let the eyes dart around. I'm going to lose the pillow, and I'm going to open out like this. Adjust the left leg, and then come down into a soft head to knee pose, this is called, rounding my back. And it might look something more like this, right? If you're stiff, you just adjust it so that the body breathes and you get that nice moment. Right? And then I'm just going to switch my feet. I'm going to come back to a folded leg position and just take another side bend action. This time my hands are staying down and I'm bringing my whole upper body over my thigh bone. And then I'm going to change sides and bring it up over the other thigh bone. You see, I do these kind of weird movements sometimes where I go like, that's an inhale that opens the front of the body. And then I can exhale and use the length and the opening to take me a little deeper. Yeah, 3 to 5 breaths is the magic number for holding postures. Let's do a little shoulder softening. So just circle around your shoulders. We're going to take eagle arms. So that can be tricky. You're going to make an X, bend the bottom arm, take the top thumb around out like you're hitchhiking. Do millennials even know what hitchhiking is? So we're going to take the folded arms and drop the chin and just lift up the elbows and the fingertips, not the whole shoulder carriage. And this will isolate the deltoids. Bow the chin down slightly and get a nice passive stretch in the neck muscles as well. And take 2 or 3 Ujjayi breaths. Sounds a little like Darth Vader breathing. And take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose slowly. Just making slight sounds like you're going ha, but without vocalizing it. And then I'm going to just move around my arms how I want to. Organically feel good, side to side, up and down. Wave them. And then change. That noise is my bra snapping, by the way. I did not use regulation bra size shape for this tank top. Try it. And then just move it around. Where does the body want to go? This shoulder's tight, so it's indicating for me it wants me to stay here, linger here for a moment. And then we're going to just take a neck stretch. So I'm using one hand as a little weight. I'm drizzling the opposite fingers to the side. I'm not pulling, I'm just letting the weight of the shoulder, which I'm trying to relax, and the weight that's coming through the hands to do the work and the breath. Sometimes I want to just do that too. Remember not to curve the collarbone like a horseshoe. And just keep it nice and pretty. And then release the hand first, then right the head. Then check in with your neck like all systems go. All right, here we go, other side. Ooh, that was a nice little adjustment in my cervical spine. So I'm going to allow for bones to align, but do it in the context of breathing and really mindful systematic movement. So hand drizzles down first, then I right my head. Right now I got a little more energy and positivity in me. So I'm gonna come on all fours. I'm gonna wake up my ankles and my feet. Hit, 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 hit. Good. And then a little bit more of an intense stretch in the arches of the feet. I'm gonna turn backwards so you can see what I'm doing with my feet. Tuck the toes under and just start to rock back and forth with your knees. And then you can make that movement a little bit bigger if you want. Now I'm going to turn to the front so you can see one of the possibilities for where we might take this. So back into like a malasana and then forward again. And just, or whatever feels good, you know. You might find something groovy that's totally different, you know, in the context of what we're doing. But it's great to just stretch out, wake up the feet, arches of the feet. This is Malasana, means a bead, B-E-A-D. And I do a little froggy bounce here, so it releases my piriformis and my hips. And then if you can balance. Nice release for the neck and the lower back same time. Big breathing never hurts to remind myself and y'all. Okay, back to all fours. Now I'm going to do just simple spinal movement, coordinating the breath with the body. Inhale, lift, exhale, curl. And then a little swish. And a swish. And a swish. And then a downward dog, tuck the toes. Just gentle. Lift back. I'm always pedaling my feet in my downward dog. I can get down pretty low, but it's also nice to respect the structure of the elbows and the shoulders and just not go all the way into your flexibility. Hyper flexibility, which now is you know, the problem that everybody thinks they want to have when they first start out stiff yogis, when you're blessed with stiffness. You feel the structure, so I got to rein it in a little bit. Hug the forearms closer to the midline and press the outer thighs away from the midline is a nice pointer, I think. And then just come forward, exhale down on the belly. We're going to do a Sphinx pose. I'm going to take my forearms down. I'm always adjusting, wiggling, all those movements. Yes, do them. Release your sacrum. So that little movement released and relaxed the feeling of gripping around my sacral spine. This is just a nice, easy, approachable back bend. I'm just pausing here. Palms are down. I want to ground the palms. And then open up the breathing. Gaze is steady, fixed. The riddle of the Sphinx. Y'all know? I know I'm saying y'all. I'm from the South. I ain't. The riddle of the Sphinx, I believe, is what, when it's born, first walks on 4 legs, and then when it's grown on 2, and then eventually with 3. I kind of gave away the riddle, but it's a human being, right? With 3 legs being a king. Look the other way. I think yoga changes the rules though, maybe if the Egyptians, if the Sphinx knew about yoga, he wouldn't need a king. We don't need kings, alright? I'm changing that up. I'm not accepting that. If you do have a king, you can still breathe, sit in a chair, and feel the movement of the inhale, bring your ribs forward. On the exhale, bring the kidneys and the ribs back. So at a certain point, I start to need a counter pose, right? This area in the middle of the back is tight when we do the back bend, even though it's a soft back bend. So I'm going to go back to a wide knees child's pose. This child's pose. And with wide knees, it's nice, you can kind of stretch your inner thighs a little more. So like this. And then you can do a side stretch here. Feels really good. Bring your hands below. And bring your hands to the right. And come up here. We'll bring the knees together and back to downward facing dog. Raise the right foot up to the sky. I'm going out of frame, but you can pick your right leg up any amount. Maybe it's just like gentle. I'm going to step wide. It's called lizard. Right foot comes to the outside of the right hand. And I'm just going to hold this lunge here. Try and lift out of my wrists, grounding through the palms. And then just for giggles, come and wave at you. And then change sides. Left foot goes up. Lizard step wide. And then I'm going to come here. It's a nice little straddle, forward bend. Here's the thing, inner thighs can be super tight, so like this and like this is good. Stretch the inner leg, open your knees. So if you're not ready yet for like a full jammy over here, it feels good though. I'm going to pause there. And you can just try and play with, I call this crouching yogi. Crouch like almost like a runner stretch or martial arts stretch. Really great. One more. And if you've got a nice, strong, healthy hip leg situation, it took me a while to do this, but you can try without the hands touching. There's this nice, my hands are nice marriage of strength and suppleness. All right, one more forward fold with the wide legs. Go ahead and take the arms behind the back, interlace the fingers. And I do a funny bounce here. Bounce, baby, bounce, baby, bounce. 5, 6, 7 times. Long arms out in front. Straighten the legs, spread the buttocks wide. Breathe into the sit bones. Let your bones pointing east, so let the sun shine where it normally doesn't shine. Squat if you can. This took me years and years. Another pointer for you. If you got, I'm going to use another yoga mat, but if you got a yoga blanket or just any kind of firm blanket, you just bring it under your heels, under my heels, like that, not the ball of the foot. So the ball of the foot stays there. And then I just let the hips breathe. I want to find again my fixed gaze with hooded eyes is a more relaxing position for the forehead. Wait for it. And working on yoga poses, we're squatting. The operative phrase is just breathe and wait for it, you know. Wait for it. And then let's finish off our soft sequence today with my favorite lying down stretches. So we got long leg stretch, just like this. I want to energize the extended leg and then add the arm to it. 3, 2, You want to switch it up? You can smell your armpit. Reach, really reach. I'm gonna do it again. It's so nice that I want to do it twice. So I'm gonna just like get also a little more length. Like I'm lilting. I don't know if you can see. I'm lilting up and over to my right side when I'm the knees bent. And maybe see it better this way. Coming just for a little, going for the length. And then I'm gonna go into a nice twist. Oh yeah, sacral release. So you can do this twist a few different ways. If you're stiff, you bend both knees and bring them at waist level, not here. And also be careful that you're not in no man's land between the hip and the back when you're on the side that's on the earth. I use my foot and I scoot so that I'm actually on the big part of the hip bone itself, not between the spine and the hip bone, yeah? And then just drape. Exhales are good to emphasize in your twist, relaxing the ribs. Other side, so I gotta start from flat. And then I'm gonna do the same thing I was talking about, scoot. Get that hip bone under you, and then relax the opposite upper part of the opposite side of your upper torso the other way. So right ribs and shoulder. And my gaze is going to the right. The exhales help me to not feel constricted here. And I'm just going to do a little hug, both knees into the center. If you like, you can do happy baby. La la la. One of my favorite poses. If you want to practice your inner thigh stretch here, you could just do a quick whoop and then back. And then this is called goddess pose. I love this pose. I'm going to use my bolster because it's nice to open up your chest a bit when you do this. My finger's stuck. And then we go just under the spine, right at the floating rib, the bottom of the rib cage. And then I'm going to come and make sure my low back's happy, so I lift my booty, and I'm going to drop it back again. And I'm just going to let the pose and gravity do the work first. You can stay in this pose longer than a minute, but in the interest of not having dead air, we'll do it for just a minute. And I'll show you a couple things I do to help ease into it a little bit more. So rocking, like natural organic movement, feels tight for me right in the inner part of my upper thigh pubic bone. So I want to settle for that, you know. I don't want to move too much. It's a paradox, but I don't want to be like clenching my jaw because of some idea of the pose. And there's the breath. Breath is also a good teacher regarding acceptance. Some intense sensation right there. What you'll find the miracle is just staying with the breath is that it shifts. Sometimes I like to cover my eyes, just cover air. And then take about 3 more breaths. And give them a moment in neutral position. And actually, let's take the bolster out to connect to the earth plane. Shavasana. And I'd stay longer, but so as not to bore you stiff. I'm going to sign off. So that's your nice, easy lunar flow, raw corona practice. This too shall pass, they say. So, staying present. The game is the same. Just, the feelings around it are stronger. I love you. Thank you for doing some practice and for honoring and feeling your breath and your good fortune to be alive in this moment. Om Shanti. One love.